Okay, class. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I got this metal ring here. And imagine this metal ring represents an individual, a 360-degree circle our lives. Yet when we turn it sideways and we realize that it's almost like looking at DNA. You see how where the two ends connect? They merge together, but yet if there was another circle, it would keep going on. So basically, you have the circle, the individual. You might say, what does this do with David Wall and teaching science? And I'll sum that up real quick in the first video. So we have the universe. A sum of parts is 0 and 100, or a 0 itself, the number, like the ring you see here. Now imagine a circle can bisect and make 3 pyramids out of a triangle. Now, this equal shape has something that is called symmetry to it. And yet, if you take this angle here in the triangle and spread it out, even though this has 180 and this has 360, the circle has 360, triangle 180. If you spread this triangle out, you could eventually make it into a circle. It wouldn't be maybe the exact same size circle, but it would be a circle indeed. Now, so you have what is called reality, the universe itself, the multiverse, the balance of all energy. So let's just say our universe is this, and here is the expansion of space. So as the Big Bang came from the center point out, and as the outside edge of that Big Bang extends out, something became to exist on top of it. So if you turn this into a sphere, it would have a very geometric shape, but it would also represent the 360 in every direction, a spherical object that would exist, just like the center point of the Big Bang expanding. But now on top of that, we had a layer, and that layer is called space. The distance that exists from that center point outwards now contains something called time. And as you layer these up, you can connect infinite triangles. And yes, you might say it looks like the Star of David and then David Wall. And how does this relate? Well, like the storm on Saturn, you see how these angles create flow. Because when you have convection here and here and here and here and here and here, you have convection in the center, yet it all has to stabilize within the sphere of flow of energy. And so the idea of the warp engine, the star engine, the gravity device David Wall was working on in his drawings, it represents this image right here. And this itself allows you to understand that what you have to function in David Wall's idea isn't simply a flat drawing on paper with ink. He had to also realize this represents a layer in time. Yet this layer and this layer are the same. And so they reflect each other, but you still have to see them separately. Now, this layer underneath, imagine that being the balance of all 3 layers. You'll start to see it in your heads, class. I know it's a lot to take in, but this is the actual logic behind his drawing and what it represents. Everything and nothing at the same time, 0 and 100. A constant flowing source. Your time, energy, this one, and time here are all sub-existing in the same place at the same time. But the only way to warp, as David Wall was figuring out, is to look at them as 3 separate issues to be tackled at once, or what's called a trinity. And even then, it's a stack of triangles and the such.